Now, Miss Hollywood Divas.
I'm not sure you're ready for this season.
Well, honey, I don't think I am either when I look at this damn trailer, and I've got my opinions. But let's start here. You home, minding your business, making waffles for the kids. You get a phone call or an email that says what?
I mean, what the hell are you talking about?
About the show. I'm sure you were somewhere because you're not the one that created the show. So I'm saying you were home.
No.
Life,
That's not how it happened. That's not how it happened.
How did it happen?
How did it happen? Okay, I was at STK.
Okay.
And I was
with Miss Peachtree.
Yes.
Was you there on Magnum Monday or was you on a
I think it was Monday. I'm not sure. You might have to.
Use a thought.
No, bitch. I had a meeting, bitch. I never been to the gold room. I ain't never been. Hey, but I've never been to the gold room. So listen.
Okay.
So listen.
You are old groupie. You was at
bitch. No, sweetheart. We owned it. We owned it. Okay, listen. Okay, listen, Funky Dineva. Okay, when he owned the club, bitch, I owned it because I was the wife too. I was a wife. I've never been a thought. I get proposed to. Let's get that straight, baby. I ain't never been nobody's thought.
Okay, well, girl.
I get proposed to all the time.
Girl, we done already talked about your love life and lack thereof. Let's talk about Hollywood.
It ain't no lack. Some people can't even make it to the altar. It ain't no lack.
So my hot pocket ain't never had no problem getting proposed.
Hey.
Bitch, my milkshake bring all the boys to the yard too. So what you saying? And my fashions be on point. Nah, let me go now,
don't be funny. Don't be funny.
Rub me the wrong way.
Don't be funny. You didn't call me a thought. So listen, okay, Hollywood Divas. Listen, let me tell you how it happened. I'm at STK and I'm having a meeting.
On Monday.
I know something. Listen.
That's the day you was there on.
Lisa Wu ain't never been a thought. I ain't never chased nobody. I get proposed to, baby.
Keep going.
Let's get that's
to defend. Come on.
I already did.
No, come on. Okay, so you're at FTK.
So I'm gonna need you to bring it, cause hey,
this leopard is ready to fight.
Hey, you a rock.
I want my short baby. Okay, so anyway,
a mess.
You're at STK. Having a great time.
And I'm having dinner with Carl Payne. We just finished a movie.
Yeah, I know Carl.
We did a movie together.
Okay.
And I played one of his love interests. He was cheating on his girl. No, I was his girl. And so, but he had a stay-at-home mother, baby mama, all this stuff. So we went to STK. Carlos King comes in, and then so he knew I started out doing this stuff years ago.
Gotcha.
Like, and so when he saw it, I think he just basically was like, oh my God, that's her. He basically was like, Lisa, I'm doing this show. Put yourself on tape, right? And I'm like, what? And then when he said Hollywood Divas, he said actors. For me, it was great because I've been writing and producing ever since I was freaking 15 years old. And so it made sense for me. And so when I put myself on tape, and then he's been there watching the editing and everything else. Well, I know him, but also he knows me. People are like, are you gonna be a little nervous because of the names? Like they've been around doing a lot of stuff, right? No, but they've been no, you can say that. You know what? We give each other the most shade. No,
because I got something to say about some of your castmates.
Don't do it, because you know you know why? No, let me tell you, we can fight each other, but we ain't gonna let nobody else fight us. Damn it! Like I'm just saying, because at the end of the day,
some of them hoes I got to gather up.
You can gather them up, but what I'm saying is, and we do this, right? We do this, and then people are like, okay, what has she done? What has she done? But you forget these girls have been in these shows for 20 years, right?
20 years ago.
Your shade is real.
No,
your shade is real.
You're a better woman than I'll ever be.
I know, I saw your post, and you're like, she held it.
Than I will ever be. Because you came onto that show and those girls tried to pay you dust. And they were trying to say, you're reality TV. She ain't got no real acting. Da, 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 da. And as a viewer, I'm sitting back like, now wait a minute, bitch.
A lot of my fans were like mad.
Y'all the Black Meryl Streep. Y'all play these one-dimensional ass roles on these shows that was relevant 15 and 20 years ago. You only had one. And you trying to play this girl to the left. And then what bothered me the most is, despite the fact that while you're filming a reality TV show, you can't acknowledge that you're doing reality TV, but y'all, they tried to read you. But bitch, y'all coins must have dried up too, because the very thing you reading this girl for, you're now doing. And it seems like the only opportunity you've been able to get since the CW.
You're a mess. You are a
since
mess.
Will Smith and Jada started having swingers parties and canceled this show. And you know, Countess Bond, she was mad with the 227 people. Then when Moesha quit, she ain't work no more. So I'm just like, you know, everybody on the show needed one another. And the way they came at you, I will let you know, going into season one, watching it, you were my favorite because you were the underdog. How did you, first question, going into it, did you think it would be that division?
Absolutely.
You knew.
I expected for them not coming from reality to give the shade. But my thing was, it's like, it's okay. Like, obviously, they are insecure about me being here. So I'm okay with what was coming. I expected that.
You want to know
did.
what's funny? I don't think they're insecure about you being there. I think they're insecure about that Bank of America statement that was coming in every month and that coin.
No, but
And these aren't your words, they mine.
no, because I'm going to tell you this, because I know both sides.
Okay.
I know both sides. As a writer and producer, you do want to make sure the person has a talent. So I understood. I understood both sides.
Now the White Sisters.
Oh, honey. But then, you know what? That's a great project we did.
Listen.
It's a great project.
Show,
when I tell you it's great.
I'm going to tell you something I didn't agree with. Season 1, when Paula went and met with the gentleman that said,
the witches?
Black people don't like witches.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
And I was like, yeah, we are very Christian-based culture, and we're very religious in this. But you know what? Try it out. We don't know what we like. Give it to them. It's 2014 at that time.
Yeah.
Try it out. What did you think about that?
You know what? I didn't agree with it. So you know, because she was directing it. So we were just following suit, and she brought us all on together to do this project. And that's another reason why I agreed to do the show, because it's like 5 girls collectively producing and creating their own destiny, because it's hard for Black actresses in Hollywood. Like, my thing is, you may have one role and you got 200 Black chicks going for the same role. So they say, how do you stop that? You create your own projects. Right? I'm a writer, I'm a producer, that's what we do. You create your own project. So the reason why I was like, I'm on board, let's do this project. And so it was great. And so we, you know, I think that's just another avenue, and we'll probably do the witches. But you know what? The problem that he said, like, no one's gonna believe in that, you'll have to fund the witches yourself. That's what it is. So you have to shoot that little teaser, that pilot. Well, you know what? If you get it in the can and you shoot a teaser or you shoot a pilot, you get a show in a can, then they're going to buy into it. So if it's that hot, you have more leverage as you shoot it.
Now, I'm going to tell you, watching season 1, there were 3 things that bothered me with 3 particular women. And it was Elise, Paula. Who else on there with y'all? Elise, Paula.
Golden, Countess.
Golden. Golden Brooks rubbed me the wrong way when she was talking about she had a master's degree from Sarah Lawrence, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, but bitch, you need to go get your money back. Because what is that master's getting you? She rubbed me the wrong way, so I stopped fooling with her then. Then on season 1, episode 1, Elise goes out of her way to let it be known, I am a triple threat. I sing and dance, and I'm doing whatever I'm doing now because I choose to be. I can be on the road touring, doing whatever. Lies, honey. Lies,
oh my God.
Because the gag is, if you could, you would. You know what I'm saying? And then Paula. Now, and I know you ain't no accountant, you don't know about her finances. But girl,
you're an accountant though.
I'm
You're an accountant.
But girl, how did you go from you ain't got the lie, Craig, you ain't got the lie, to having your clothes in the garbage bag at the extended stay? And I'm gonna tell you what bothered me the most about Paula, and I'm gonna ask you a follow-up question behind this.
Well, you're gonna have to like regurgitate all of that, because
Okay.
you're doing 2, 3, 4, 5.
I just wanted to get that out my
I'm just saying.
I just wanted to spray them real quick.
Okay.
But you know, with Paula and Forrest, let me ask you this. For the life of me, Y'all right here living in an extended stay. One of y'all couldn't go to the Beverly Center and fold up shirts at the Gap or something. What do you say about actors, former reality TV people whose light has dimmed a little bit, who won't go get a real job?
You know what? Actors are a bit different. And I'll say this. Like, so they feel like living that hard life and like living like a gypsy. Like it's okay. And loving the craft. And so I don't necessarily agree when you have a child.
That's my thing.
Right. So, but at the end of the day, that was their path.
Indeed.
Right. And so I didn't agree with it. And I'm like, okay, well, because you have a capable working man. But Paula is a bit of a control freak. She is.
Somebody ass needed to go to Starbucks. Macy's, Ross, TJ Maxx. Fold up some shirts, work at a car wash, work at something, and you're right, you got a child. But anyway, we're not gonna talk.
But
about
she wanted to raise her child like in that lifestyle because he's an actor too, and
but
just
you
knowing
to raise
that.
him in an extended stay.
Well, I don't think that was like their idea, right?
Right.
So you're a mess.
But no, I'm not a mess.
Yeah,
Because what I couldn't understand watching it is a one-bedroom apartment, even in LA. 1,000, 1,300. I mean, damn, bitch.
But I will say this. I will say this. And you say go from How You Lying, Craig, all that stuff. Movies are not like that. So people think they see you in movies, you're gonna get like $1 million from being in this movie, right? It's not like that. And then it's just like, I'm a real estate broker, just like you're an accountant too. I'm a real estate broker, so you have to budget your money. And so you don't know when the next role is coming, right? So you gotta have several irons in the fire.
You know, I fell out when Paula tried to play that whole thing about Hollywood blackball her, and then Elise messy ass sprayed her and was like,
did you say spray?
Sprayed her. She sprayed.
What did she spray her with?
Sprayed her all
with what? Raid?
With her truth.
I didn't know if it was raid.
TRUFF with her truth. Sprayed her all over the camera and was like, Paula, people wasn't mad with you because you was going with the production assistant. People was mad with you because you was fucking them all across the set and everybody knew what was going on. I said, ooh, Paula, you're not the victim like you said you is. I just wanted to be messy and say that. But
you know what?
It's the dog, Miss Funky, Dineva Ross, baby. And if y'all thought part 1 and part 2 of that exclusive interview with Lisa Wu was something, you wait till we get to the real tea on part 3, right before the premiere of the show. Don't forget, tune into my interview July 15th, and oh baby, 9 o'clock TV 1, you better tune in to season 2 of Hollywood Divas. Do I look like a diva or no?